Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I am so freaking excited for this game, but you probably didn't need that pointed out for you, especially if you were present when I yelled into a webcam on stream for about 30 minutes. The reveal for Smash Ultimate and all the information that came with it made me so goddamn happy that at one point I realized I've gone a whole hour without complaining. I need to meet the quota or my black heart will stop beating. So for fun, I decided to think up as many nitpicks as I could, and barely managed to stretch it out to 50, cause I have nothing else to do for the next 6 months anyway, may as well kill the time. And that's the thing I need to stress. This list of nitpicks is purely for fun. There are maybe like 5 that can qualify as legit negative complaints on my part. I took a couple of liberties to get the number as high as it is, and by the time the game comes out, these nitpicks will either be solved or I'll just flat out not give a shit by then. These are also in no particular order, I just jotted them down as I thought of them. So strap in for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 50 Nitpick Extravaganza. Something I've been asking for forever is a stage hazard toggle, and we finally got it, but why wasn't it talked about in the Direct? Why'd I have to wait for the Invitational players to second-handedly confirm it hours later while I was over here losing my mind? Yes, you heard that right, this is the first nitpick, and I found a way to complain about a feature I wanted being implemented. You cannot defeat me. Strap in, we're gonna be here for a while. Ridley looks fucking amazing 99.9% of the time, and then there's this part where he looks like, yo, hey, how you doing? This Super Smash thing? You guys got a bathroom around here? For Peach and Daisy's Toad moves, Toad just kinda blips in and out of existence instead of poofing away in a cloud of smoke or something. This animation probably isn't done, and I probably won't care in the middle of a fight anyway, but it's just weird to look at. Marth's face clips through the collar on his outfit, which I don't think has ever happened before. Even he doesn't look too pleased about it. Okay, this one is just something I have to get used to, and more than likely will, but a lot more characters face the screen now, instead of straight ahead at their opponent. Lots of characters already did this in the past, like Kirby, but now Mario's in an odd stance where he's trying to face us with his head, but his eyes and body are still trying to turn towards the opponent. Again, it's been 4 games in a row. I'll get used to it. Ganondorf is still more or less a Captain Falcon clone. They finally gave him a sword, yes, but only for smashes. His other specials are still more or less Falcon-styled specials. Now, at the same time, I do consider the sword to just barely separate the two, finally, but it also took us 4 games to get here, so... Speaking of clones, Echo Fighters. They got Dark Pit and Lucina, and now Daisy, but they don't count Dr. Mario as an Echo Fighter. I only saw 1 new move from him. That's all it takes to un-echo yourself? Yeah, no, I'm gonna need to see a little more than that. Bayonetta is still OP. Multiple nerfs, one which was part of a patch that exclusively targeted only her and no one else. A whole new game later, and Bayo still carries characters off the screen with little trouble.
Vish, that last match was disgusting.
Yeah, Bayonetta's pretty good.
Vish, you don't understand, okay? We thought we were getting away.
You thought wrong, TK.
Now, I have to acknowledge there's multiple factors to consider here. 1, game's not done yet, and at release, Bayo will not be Smash 4 all over again. Although, you would have thought that would have been one of the first things Sakurai changed before the Invitational. 2, I think Wispy over here helped out a bit, and 3, Ridley is a, for lack of a better word, big target. But that is a lot of assumptions, and I hope they're all right, because at this rate, it's looking like the only way to properly nerf Bayonetta is to delete all her code, cancel Bayonetta 3, and have Hideki Kamiya ban himself on Twitter. Listen, I got 0 right to complain. We got Proto Man and Base free. I just need 0 in there too. The game's final logo is the weakest, least cool-looking logo in the whole series. Not even any colors or stylistic flares, like the flames in 4, and that checkmark-looking-ass thing behind the word Brawl. They nerfed Samus's boobs! They nerfed Snake's ass! They gave Mario Cappy, but I think he's only a taunt? I watched the whole Invitational, so unless I magically looked away from the screen each and every time Mario threw Cappy, Cappy isn't a part of Mario's moveset. Now, I wasn't expecting his entire moveset to be Odyssey-oriented, or a T-Rex Final Smash, but a simple side B to throw Cappy as a secondary recovery option to replace the cape would have been cool.
The two different versions are even voiced a little differently.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
I don't. I like all the HUD changes for the character's moves, but I preferred it when other players had to pay attention to what villager has pocketed and stay on their toes. Now they know exactly what he has and when he has it. The disadvantage isn't anything massively notable, but villager probably can't play minor mind games with his pocket move anymore. Get ready to see a lot of Hitler me's online! Yeah, Nintendo will try to set roadblocks up, but there are some very persistent people who play Smash Brothers. I hope that fuel gauge on Rob is also on his HUD, because that's probably going to be impossible to see in the middle of a heated fight, especially if the screen is zoomed out. The fake Smash Ball is, to me anyway, too easy to differentiate from a real Smash Ball. I assume there'll be an option to do real and fake ones on and off separately, so if you turn both on, it's probably because you're a sadomasochist who actually wants to play the risky guessing game, except there's not going to be much guessing. I strongly appreciate that you can attack on ladders now, but I honestly just wish ladders were removed entirely. I never saw the point to them. I get they're trying to preserve each stage they're bringing back, for better or worse, but only like 5 characters in Brawl and 4 ever needed to actually use them. We thought this meant wave dashing was back, but it isn't, so I get to hear people complain about that now. Then again, I probably would have heard complaining even if it was in. This one's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. I'm still gonna count it because I'm an ass. This probably won't matter for competitive 1v1s, but I imagine this will probably throw off competitive 2v2s a bit. My friends already relentlessly target me whether or not I'm in the lead in a free-for-all match. Now they're gonna know to relentlessly target me.
I think maybe we should take this opportunity to show an incredibly detailed Ridley amiibo that will be launching alongside the game.
Amiibo. When you're sent off screen, a little box appears to tell fighters where they are relative to the KO line, and when you're back on screen, it goes away. Now, I think this is really neat for competitive play, but I can see it getting really annoying in situations where you recover, get edge-guarded, recover, get edge-guarded again repeatedly, so that box keeps turning on and off over and over. Can probably get a little distracting sometimes. I hope there's a toggle, but even if not, it's not a deal breaker by any means. On the victory screen, instead of saying the winner is character name, the announcer now says character name wins, but the victory pose still plays out as if it were building up to the character name being said last. Cloud still gets free limit charge when hit. It worked for Little Mac, but for Cloud, it just made an already great character greater. I hope this is another change they just didn't get around to yet, unless they have some nerfs planned to compensate. The swoosh, yeah, you know the one, that opens Ridley's trailer isn't as cool as the ones that opened up 4's character trailers. Yeah, I'm nitpicking the trailers now. Man, I love stretching. Ridley gets a pun tagline, but Inkling doesn't. Probably a blessing in disguise. The internet would find some way to turn it into a semen joke, no matter what tagline they went with. The start KO animation is different. The character's body is facing the screen while tumbling away, instead of being at a sideways view. I preferred the sideways view. The Smash 4 roster screen was a mess, with clones and DLC being separate from their home series for no real good reason, and the layout having to completely change depending on whether you had any Mii fighters or not. And now in the E3 build, they ordered characters by the order they first appeared in the Smash series. I really hope this isn't the case in the final release, but they made a big deal out of number order in the Direct and on the website, so not looking good. Also not a huge fan of the character select screen from other aesthetic standpoints unrelated to character placement. Not sure how I like how knockback works. You fly away much farther, much faster than in past games, which might make combos harder at far earlier percents than have been the case previously. Konami didn't want to let Snake back in without one last fuck you to Kojima. Sudden death is even more bullshit. Fun bullshit, but more bullshit. Although Xander Mobus is my favorite announcer in the series by far, and I'm glad he's back, part of me is disappointed we don't have a fresh voice. I was hoping Kirby's Ridley transformation was going to be a little freakier than what we got. Alright, this next one comes from someone who isn't the biggest Pokemon fan in the world. But when they put Eevee as a Pokeball and they only gave it a headbutt fucking thing, I was like, what the hell? This thing's got like 90 forms! I'm obviously not expecting all of them. Hell, I'm not even expecting more than the base form and one other. But I expect more than Well, Eevee's back, and they did it to him again. Again, I need to stress, this game isn't done yet. I keep repeating myself, but if I don't, people will be on my dick. But the lighting looks off in a handful of spots. 9 times out of 10, fantastic. Mwah. But am I the only one who thinks Bowser looks a bit off? Like the lighting engine is acknowledging everyone else but him? Or it could be his color palette. I can't tell, I'm dumb. In Daisy's trailer, you hear music from Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Really? We have to dig that far down. Aw, baby, are we getting Amiibo Festival music next? Let's go! Hype! This is a change I actually really, really like, and I'm only putting it here because, 1, I'm running out of ideas, and 2, it's gonna take a lot of getting used to, but you pick stages before characters this time. Now, this is good to counter situations where you pick a character like, say, Little Mac, and then your friends pick Orbital Gate Assault, or some shit, where Mac is just straight fucked. I'm also interested to see if and how this will affect stage and character counterpick selections in tournaments. But again, I'm gonna need to play like 100 matches before this is second nature. This is pure speculation. This could end up not being true. Sakurai does like to pull new tricks out of his ass every 5 minutes, but I really hope that every character coming back doesn't take a massive hit to the amount of newcomers. Sakurai did say in the Direct,
So I'm kind of hoping you aren't expecting too many new challengers.
and if putting most of the legwork towards everyone in Smash history coming back means Snake and Ice Climber's return, I'm totally all for it. But I still hope against hope that we get a decent amount of new fighters. Like, I'll take half of 4's amount of newcomers, and then I'll take half of that half being Echo Fighters. I'm not gonna pretend I know a single thing about how video games are made, but I can't imagine semi-clones like Pichu, Toon Link, and Wolf took that many resources. I like the text box and Brawl's version of Pokemon Trainer's Final Smash better. The DK rap still skips Lanky Kong's and Chunky Kong segments, one of which is the best part. I won't say which. Please argue in the comments below. I love the quality and the motion of all these portraits, but, and this was going to be a given no matter what, there's only so many ways you can position a character. Some of the poses, to me, are weaker than the previous game. The temptation to go one by one and count them as individual nitpicks just to get to the end of this list already is too strong. Don't know if this is because they just don't want to show off this game's Final Destination yet, but they're currently counting the platformless version of Battlefield as Final Destination. Now listen, look, we got like 700 Final Destinations now, so if we don't have one that properly takes place in some kind of outer space-ass setting, it's fine. But then in that case, I would just prefer this not be given a separate stage slot then. Cloud's series logo is still the Final Fantasy initials instead of the meteor, which just makes way more sense.
When Olimar gets damaged, you'll see a crack in his helmet.
Oh, cool. Does it, like, come completely off when you take enough damage?
But don't worry, it'll get fixed up right away.
What's the point? Transformation Final Smashes are gone, which I mostly don't care about, but I will miss running around as Giga Bowser and Wario Man specifically. I once asked this after Smash 4 development concluded. Where does the series go from here? Sakurai's answer this time around was apparently, oh, that's easy, everything, every single all of the things. But now, I have to ask it again. Where does the series go from here? Sakurai always says each new Smash game will be his last, and we're now on, like, his third last Smash game, but I really think it'll be true this time. I mean, what direction do you take after everything? I doubt they're gonna end Smash Bros. Outright after this entry. There's no way. It's a guaranteed system seller and money printer, but whoever directs the next game, if it's not Sakurai, is gonna be hard-pressed to meet this nigh impossible-to-reach bar. If the next director leaves out even one thing from Ultimate, the internet will ensure they will never hear the end of it. This isn't even a nitpick about Ultimate, it's a nitpick expressing concern years in advance for whoever takes the mantle next. All I can say is good luck to them. Good fucking luck. And my final nitpick. Let Sakurai take a goddamn vacation! A paid vacation. The dude finally looks like he actually aged a bit. And then he appeared on stage at the Invitational and he looked like he was back to being immortal again. But come on, there's only so many times you can force the poor guy to tell us to please take a look. And there you have it, 50 nitpicks. And like I said at the beginning, this was all for fun. Hell, while I was editing this, there was like 7 or 8 nitpicks where I was like, yeah, whatever, bro. But I was already in way too deep anyway, so I kept them in. Anyway, now that I got out whatever minor negativity was in the black hole that's located where my brain should be... it's only been 2 weeks?! This is gonna take forever. In the meantime, I'd like to do more Smash Ultimate videos. If I ever finish this Persona video that I've had clogged up in the pipeline for forever. So stay tuned. And let me know if you've got your own shitty hot take opinions about Smash Ultimate that I might have missed in the comments. And no, Waluigi being an assist trophy does not fucking count at this point. Here, okay, that's my 51st nitpick. Waluigi fans.